No problem. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Muthu Kumar. I'll be the host for today. Um, Today is a very special day because the topic is really interesting, and second, because Major R.D. Bhargav sir is the guest speaker today. So let's go with the presentation. May I request all of you to kindly switch off your phones or mute your phones so that we have an undisturbed session, and possibly if you can sit in a place where you're not disturbed, that will be great, and request you to ask questions at the end of the session so that the flow is not disturbed. Okay, and the agenda for today will be that first we will have a welcome and introduction. Then we will have journey so far for Disciples India group and Disciples India Learning Forum, and the guest speaker's introduction, and the session continues. And what is the vision of Disciples India Group? To excel as a focused and fulfilling learning destination and for a new age growth aspirants. Mission is we will be a practice-based professional training and consulting platform through novel and relevant process of transformation to individuals and organization. And what are our core values? Honesty, hard work, healthy, honor, and happiness. And Disciples India Learning Forum's objectives. Before that, its Disciples India Group is happy to present a platform purely for the joy of learning. And what are its objectives? To provide a platform to share and exchange ideas and experiences, to create, develop and professional network of learners, to enhance effective communications and leadership skills, to foster learning and contribute for personal, professional, and organizational development, to update with life management skills and contribute as an effective member to the society. And we will have Disciples India group video. It will quickly talk about what is that we have done so far. Okay, Disciples India Learning Forum organizing committee members are Dr. A.M. Suresh, who's the advisor. Then we have Dr. Sandhya, the president. Then I play the role of vice president, and Mr. Parthosh, who's the secretary, Dr. Satish, joint secretary, Mr. Shiv Prasad, the treasurer, and Mr. Akhilesh, the executive member. Disciples India Learning Forum started in 2018. We did about 24 sessions. In 2019, 25 sessions. 2020, we did about 24 sessions. In 21, we did about 8 sessions. And so far, we did about 93 sessions. So today, the topic is Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, a way forward. The speaker is Major Adi Bhargav sir, who's been the part of Indian Army. We will have this hosted along with Pinnacle Institute of Management and Science. May I request the Professor Gayatri to give the welcome note and the guest speaker's introduction.
Good evening.
Professor Gayatri.
Yeah, I have joined.
Yeah.
Good evening to one and all. My name is Gayatri, working at Pinnacle Institute of Management and Science. We are connected to attend a webinar on Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav organized by Disciples India. On behalf of Pinnacle Institute of Management and Science, I would like to welcome Major R.D. Bhargava sir, a veteran Indian Army, Chairman of Pinnacle Institute of Management and Science, Shri Rajappa sir, Principal Shri Kumarappa GL sir, Vice Principal Shri Venkatesh sir, Head of the Department for BCA, Professor Raghavendra Kulkarni sir, Head of the Department of Commerce, Professor Babita MN, staff and students. Just to give a short introduction of Pinnacle Institute of Management and Science, which is providing education to the students from 2007 on Commerce and Science, Bangalore University. Our college students have achieved university ranks and many excelled with a higher merit and have got good jobs in a reputed company. Now it's the time to a brief introduction of Major Bhargava sir, an alumnus of JNU, is a veteran from the Indian Army. In a career spanning over 2 decades in the Army, he held various positions and served as a Deputy Director, NCC Dictoriate of Karnataka and Goa before proceeding on premature retirement. In his second innings from July 1995, he held various leadership roles in the manufacturing industry, engineering design and consulting, IT, organization retail, and construction industry in the private sector. Having been well experienced in conducting training, he has been a popular resource person for various leadership programs. He also taught various management subjects as a visiting professor in prominent business schools in Bangalore while working with corporate organizations. He has the honor of being the campus director and the head of academics at a well-known business school in Bangalore. A qualified interpreter in Chinese, having been an avid enthusiast of adventure activities, especially rock climbing and mountaineering, he has the distinction of leading 2 expeditions in the Western Himalayas in 1988 and 1989. He is serving as the president of Karnataka chapter of Jammu Kashmir Study Center, Bangalore. He is also serving as a member of International Association of Facilitators, life member of NHRD Network, NIPM, and ISTD. He is passionate about inspiring and motivating the youth to take up defense services as a career option. He is fond of road trips and has traveled far and wide. It's an honor to have you here, sir. Thank you. Over to you, Mithun Kumar, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, Professor Gayatri. Sir, we welcome you, sir. Over to you, sir. Sir, are you there?
Thank you, Professor Gayatri, for the wonderful introduction made. And thank you, Muthu Kumar, for the affectionate invitation and also rekindling our association, which runs on with decades. So I'm very happy to be with you all and spend this time sharing my thoughts and my views on this wonderful occasion of 75th Independence Day, or 75th completion of 75 years of independence. Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. What a wonderful occasion to meet you all and spend such memorable moments. In fact, today is the day when we remember and pay tributes to thousands of people who laid down their lives, made supreme sacrifices for seeking independence from the British rule and making our country an independent democratic country. In that, not only various countrymen, the armed forces also played an important role, and subsequently our country became a democratic republic country. And as a part of our national might, we also developed our defense services. So the defense services in the years to come has been coming to the forefront of defending the country, defending the territorial integrity and sovereignty of the country. Thousands of young people have laid down their lives in various military operations and various conflicts and wars. So my heartfelt gratitude and respect to all of them. And I salute all the martyrs, the freedom fighters. Very few of them are still with us, surviving with us. My salute and salam, Jai Hind. And more importantly, it's really indeed a proud privilege for all of us, the country people, to have the wonderful youth population as our demographic dividend. Today, when our country is celebrating 75 years of independence, our country is young, dynamic, and vibrant. Young because we have the highest young population in the world, and it is going to continue for the next 40 years. 40 long years, our youth is going to take charge and rule the world. So that is the kind of situation we are in, and the opportunities are galore, and the sky is the limit, and sky is not the limit, because we have made a lot of progress in both space and aerospace and ocean everywhere. So these 75 years have been a continuous steady growth period for all of us. We are on a growth trajectory, and we have done a marvelous job of developing ourselves into a fast developing economy and a country which is in the forefront of all the developing country, and very soon we are going to be in the list of developed countries and one of the superpowers. As it is, we have been, according to a survey conducted by Morgan and Stanley, our country is the topmost country in Asia as the fast growing economy. And in 2024, we are going to be the number 3 country in the world economy. First being the America, second being China, and third being our country. So, but before that, let me say a few words or a few sentences about the celebration that we are doing today. I'll come to this later, but a little while later. So first of all, let us understand the importance and significance of our tricolor national flag. So as you all know, it has 3 colors and a wheel with 24 spokes in the middle. So this is the flag, as you all can see. So it has a great significance for us. Indian Army lays down their life to uphold this flag and win any battle, any war, or against any enemy who dares to cross the territory and steps into our territory. To mark this Independence Day, our Prime Minister Gandhi, our Prime Minister had given out a call that every family should fly the national flag atop their house. So today is a very proud day because majority of these citizens of India are flying the flag high at their home. So, but before we do that, a few things about the flag. See, way back in 2002, the government of India changed the regulations about flag hoisting and flying the flag. So it opened hoisting and flying the flag to everybody, every citizen in India on any day, on any occasion, or for any specific occasion also. This year, Narendra Modi ji has asked all of us to make it a collective practice and fly the flag for 3 days continuously. But along with, when we get the pride of flying our flag, national flag at our home house, see, till recently, if we have to see the flag hoisting ceremony, we had to go to a public event, a public place, school, college, or a government office, or a parade ground to see somebody hoisting the flag, and then various other functions and ceremonies following that. But today we need not go anywhere. We can have a flag hoisting ceremony at our own home. So it's a great pride, great joy, and also a great privilege. But along with that privilege, along with the joy, a serious responsibility also comes by. That is the upholding the honor and dignity of the flag. I request each one of you to fly a flag at your house, but select the flag which is made of a cotton fabric or a polyester fabric as advised by the government. Please do not buy any plastic or a paper flag which perishes very fast and which is required to be discarded. On the other hand, if you get a flag like this made of cotton or polyester, you can use it now for these 3 days, and after that you can use it again and again for many years to come. So that is one aspect. And second aspect is how to fold the flag and how to keep the flag folded. So we have to take the flag horizontally, So that is what I have tried to show in the slide. First, fold the green part. It is 1/3 of the flag. Then fold it under the white portion. Then take the saffron part, fold it under the white portion. Then hereafter, keeping the chakra, Dharma Chakra at the center, fold the flag, and here it is. So this is how we have to fold the flag. And whenever we handle the flag, we have to handle it with reverence and with a lot of devotion. So when we fly the flag, we should ensure that we fly the flag, hoist the flag after the sunrise, along the sunrise. And we remove the flag from the pole before the sunset or along the sunset, but we have to make sure that it doesn't fly overnight or left unattended throughout the night. It should be removed from the pole and kept folded and kept safe properly. And when it is flying, we have to ensure that it doesn't get wet in the rain, or it doesn't get blown away by wind or dust or anything. So no damage is caused to the flag. We have to ensure that. And this is the way we have to handle the flag. And it is very important that each one of us knows about this handling of the flag. This is a very big responsibility and an honor that we have to show, and the respect we pay to the national flag. And another fact connected with Independence Day is all of us are aware of two events in our country, national events. One is the 26th of January, Republic Day, and the second one is the Independence Day, which is celebrated on the 15th of August. Today, we are celebrating, of course, 15th of August will be the official ceremony. This official ceremony, starts by our Prime Minister hoisting the flag at the ramparts of the Red Fort. So there is a history behind this. The history is the first time the tricolor flag was hoisted to mark the Azadi Ka Purna Divas on 29th of December 1946 in Lahore. So thereafter, it was decided that on 26th of January every year, the country will celebrate Purna Azadi Ka Divas or Swatantra Divas, Purna Swarajya Divas. So it happened on 26th of January 30th. And following that, on 14th of August 1940, this practice continued for the next 17 years. And for the next 17 years, we continued to hoist our flag and celebrate Purna Swarajya Divas on 26th of January. And later on, after 17 years, when Lord Mountbatten on 14th August 1947 declared that India is a free country, now British rule has been taken away and the country is independent, Pakistan immediately announced its Independence Day. But 14th August 1947 being an inauspicious day, our leaders felt that we should celebrate our independence on an auspicious day, which followed the next day, that is Friday, on 15th of August. Therefore, at the midnight of 15th August 1947, our country became independent, and we celebrate our Independence Day on 15th of August every year. Therefore, it is not correct, it is not proper to celebrate Independence Day anytime earlier than 15th August or anytime later than 15th August. We should be very, very clear. That is why whenever any official ceremony is organized, that is organized only on 15th of August. And our neighbor Pakistan, which got separated from us, celebrates their Independence Day on 14th of August. So this is a very important fact to remember. And there is another important or interesting fact along with this Independence Day celebration. See, when we say Independence Day, we use the word hoisting, flag hoisting. And for Republic Day, we say unfurling of the flag. See, flag hoisting symbolizes the effort of the freedom fighters and the countrymen to fight against British rule and then obtain independence and freedom. So the flag was tied to the rope, mounted to the pole, and literally pulled up, hoisted up, and thereafter it fluttered. So hoisting was done. So this is called hoisting of the flag. Literally pulling the rope and taking the flag up to the point highest point of the pole and then tying it down so that the knot gets undone and the flag flutters. So that is hoisting the flag. This is done on Independence Day. And usually this is done by a elected people's representative. In the center, we have Prime Minister at the head of the nation. And in the states, we have in the state capitals, the Chief Minister is the one who hoists the flag. And during this ceremony, the guard of honor is provided by the paramilitary forces and the police, state police, whereas in Republic Day, it is the show of the might, our military might, our power, and our capability to display all our might and to remember that we became a democratic republic country on the 26th of January. We have the supreme commander of the forces, the president of India, who unfurls the flag at Vijay Chowk. So what happens is the flag is already hoisted to a certain point or to the highest point. Thereafter, the VVIP comes there, the president of India comes there, just gives it a turn, and the flag gets unfurled and it becomes high, it flies high. So that is Republic Day. And during Republic Day function, the armed forces and the paramilitary forces display their might and then pay their respect to the head of Republic, that is our President of India. Whereas in the states, it is the governor of the state or the lieutenant governor of the central province who unfurls the flag, and whichever military unit or the part of the defense services is deployed in the particular state, they all participate in the guard of honor and the parade following that. So this is about the celebration of Independence Day. I thought I was trying to be brief, but I could not be brief. I had to explain all this to you. And now let me tell you about the significance of the parts of this flag, the three colors of the flag and the Dharma Chakra. The saffron color shows the sacrifice that we made, sacrifice we are ready to make for the country. And apart from that, strength and courage. So strength and courage are the two important values. So long as we are strong, we have our might, the neighbors will also show respect to us. The day they realize that we are not strong enough, we are weak, that is the time they try to dominate on us and they try to pull down us. And the courage is very, very important. I'll talk about that a little while later. I'll come to that. I'll talk about courage in detail. So sacrifice, strength, and courage is saffron. Then white color shows the peace and truth. We say white is the purest form of everything. So white signifies peace and truth. And green signifies fertility, growth, and auspiciousness of the land. As you all know, India is a country with a fertile land and a vast land mass. So we show respect to all the five elements, and earth is one of the main five elements. So we have a lot of respect for our land. So we also call Janani Janma Bhumishchat Surgadapi Gariyasi. The land, our motherland, the land where we are born and live, is our heaven, is as sacred as our heaven are. So that is the significance of these three colors. And the Dharma Chakra is taken by Ashoka Stamba, and it has 24 spokes, and it shows the continuous cyclic movement of the truth and life and life. So long as there is motion, there is life, and whenever there is a stagnation, that symbolizes death. So the 24 hours in a day, how they go on passing by, after passing of every hour, day and night change, days change, week change, years change. Similarly, the Dharma Chakra continues to rotate, and it is a symbol of life. So this is the significance of our national flag. So our elders, who after a lot of deliberation, after a lot of discussion, they finally arrived at this national emblem. So this is the most important emblem of our nation, national flag. My salute to our national flag. Now, after having understood about the importance of the flag, Independence Day, and what goes with it, let us take a quick look at the progress that we have made so far. As you all know, we became an atomic power way back in 1984 itself. And thereafter, we became nuclear capable country. And then we have made vast progress in science and technology and economy, trade and commerce, and our demography also. So today we are one of the countries, where every citizen enjoys, if not a smartphone, at least a mobile phone. Everybody knows how to use a mobile phone. So generation to generation, there is progress. And today we have made tremendous progress in space technology, aerospace technology. Our aerospace technology has gone to that extent that today our light combat vehicle is on demand for sale by various countries to acquire. It has become so popular. Even United States of America has shown its interest in our light combat vehicle, light combat aircraft. And similarly, our attack helicopter and advanced light helicopter Dhruv, ALH and attack helicopter, they have become very popular. And some of the countries have already placed orders on our HAL for procuring these helicopters. And as far as maritime technology is concerned, we have become so capable and so powerful that very recently, about a week or 10 days back, our country saw the launching of its first built, made in India ship, aircraft carrier ship, INS Vikrant II. That shows the kind of progress that we have made. And our Indian shipbuilding industry is also building submarine, nuclear powered submarines. 6 submarines are underway, and 2 of them are going to be commissioned very soon. And another feather in our cap, we show you, so you see it on the screen now. What an honor, what a great respect shown to our development in science and technology. The United States Navy ship Charles Drew, it's not will be, it is already anchoring, it is already almost on the way, on the verge of completing the repairs and overall. So it is now docked at Karikatam in Tamil Nadu in the facilities, dock facilities managed by L&T shipyard. So this is the kind of recognition we have. Then apart from that, like our Prime Minister's call, Atmanirbharta, we have achieved 60% Atmanirbharta in our defense capability also. If you recall, there was the news item recently, Bharat Forge in Pune has been chosen to supply MPV-4 or mine protected vehicle, armored protected vehicle to the Indian Army for the first time, where the technology and the advanced capability of the fighting vehicles is so advanced that foreign countries are not able to reach the standard we have reached in terms of our self-reliance and our domestic production. So in our defense services, we already have 60% of equipment, all indigenous equipment manufactured within India. So that is the kind of capability we have developed over a period of time. Just to mention a couple of more things about defense capability, all of you know what happened in Galwan Valley and how we repelled the malicious intention of China and how we repelled them and then how we threw them back. So China is now having second thoughts about transgressing into our territories, and that is our military might. And apart from that, we are capable, is so capable that land with the battle tanks, which generally are used in desert terrain and then plains, have been now airlifted and they have gone to Ladakh. In the high altitude, they are operating in high altitude. Our tanks have been deployed in high altitude. And apart from that, we are also very, very powerful as far as our Navy is concerned. And diplomatically, we have been able to maintain our neutral position or our own status in such a way that the superpowers of the world are also hesitating to question what we do and why we do what we do. So America, for one, who thinks that he's the big brother and then he can interfere in the affairs of any other country, has been very, very quiet now. Because now another, in addition to this US naval ship getting repaired and maintained in our country, they have also sent a contingent of US Army, United States Army, to learn warfare, mountain warfare, high altitude warfare from us, from Indian Army. They are now conducting joint exercises in Western Himalayas, where near in Uttarakhand, beyond Joshimet and other places. So that is the way we have progressed. And having said that, let me also talk about the economy. Now, 2022 and 23 has been the year showing India as the fastest growing economy in the world. And very soon in 2024, India will be the third largest growing economy in the world. So when we have this kind of status, people talk about inflation, cost of living, the cost of living going high, cost of commodities, especially the petrol and diesel going very high, rupee devaluation. They should also have some common sense. Entire world is seeing a downtrend because of the COVID situation, and gradually we are coming out of that. In spite of that, there is no sign of inflation anywhere near our economy. We are very strong. We have a very strong foreign exchange base, and today our country very, very effectively tackled the international monetary situation by making rupee currency, Indian national rupee, as a trading currency for international trading. So the countries which are procuring anything from us or doing trade and commerce with us can pay us in rupees. And similarly, when we buy something from another country, we pay in rupees. So the question of devaluation against US dollar has become almost, it has no effect. And if you compare the percentage of depreciation or devaluation of our rupee against US dollar, ours has been only 7%. Whereas there are countries whose devaluation has gone to the extent of 87%. Sri Lanka, 87% devaluation against US dollar. Why don't we look at that? Why don't we look at the other countries of the world whose currency has seen devaluation against US dollar? On the other hand, the US dollar itself is losing its credibility. I don't want to talk ill about United States or United States economy, but when they left Afghanistan, they left bundles and bundles of their currency, dollar currency, to be taken by anybody and everybody who has an access to that. And they left behind multi-billion dollars of worth equipment behind. Why? Why did they do that? Why did they vacate the Afghanistan so abruptly and then went away? And why the Talibanis did not kill or cause damage to that equipment or the US soldiers? Because they had a secret arrangement, they had a secret agreement. So United States, the capitalist countries and the communist countries have been fighting a Cold War ever since the end of Second World War. That is continuing, and it manifests in different forms and different ways. And they did not want Russia to have an upper hand or a domination in Afghanistan, because it's a very strategically located country and a very important land. So they got tied with Pakistan. They used Pakistan. And after using Pakistan and then realizing that Pakistan is of no use to them, they just discarded it like we throw waste paper into the basket. And they let Pakistan high and dry. Today, Pakistan is going around with a begging bowl, and they have become virtual slaves of China. And not a different story of Sri Lanka. They've also took loan from China and then exceeded their land port facilities to China, and today they are under the massive grip of China. So China has been doing that with various countries, and America cannot stand that. And Taiwan is a very, very, a very good, successful industrial country, and it is the semiconductors capital for the world. It provides semiconductors, chips to the entire world. So India has very good ties with Taiwan, and we have already made multi-billion dollars agreement with Taiwan for manufacturing of chips in our country, and also import from Taiwan. So United States of America, China, Russia has been our friend for a very long time. United States of America and China have shown their face very, very openly, and then they have been expressing their concern and their disagreement often. Therefore, despite showing a friendly front, most of the countries are against us. They are jealous of our progress. They are jealous of our tolerance. They are jealous of our progress that we have made in terms of science and technology. Our Indian brain our scientists are so good, our young talent is so good, it can rule the entire world. We have been Vishwaguru earlier, and we are reaching towards that very soon. So that is why it is very, very important for us to understand and value our capability and then have self-pride. And this self-pride should come by being a model citizen of the country and being a responsible citizen of the country, sensitive citizen of the country, and doing what we are supposed to do or what we are required to do sincerely, honestly, and without any thought or without any hesitation. We have to develop certain values. We have to uphold those values. We have to show respect to our culture. We have a very glorious heritage. We have to respect that heritage, and then we have to take pride as to what we were, what our ancestors were, and what we are today, and how we are able to reach this stage, and then how do we move forward from here? Because success, the definition of success is not a destination. Success is a continuous journey. We achieve a goal, we succeed in achieving the goal, and then move on to the next. So the journey continues. That is the voyage. That is the success. The story is success. So we are on a success path, success growth, and this success story should continue. And as the stakeholders, main stakeholders of this country, are part of this success story, today's youth, you are very, very important that you stay focused. You have the complete control over your life, which in turn helps the nation. So the growth of nation through character building. Your character building of every citizen, irrespective of the age. So how do we build our character? We can build our character by inculcating some values, key values. See, I being a soldier coming from the army, I have a lot of respect for the training I underwent and the kind of values the army training inculcated in me, and which I follow. And it is part of my life. I don't have to make any effort to maintain or continue with practicing those values. In simple terms, we call it as CCTV. C for courage, which is again, remember saffron, courage. Then second C, compassion. T for truth, and V for valor. Valor is the manifestation of courage. How the courage is used rightfully, morally, and properly, assertively. So that is valor. So we need to have courage, compassion, truthfulness, and valor. So for having that, courage is overcoming fear. So many times, many people have asked me, how does a soldier overcome fear? Doesn't he have fear? He goes to fight a war, he faces the enemy, and he faces the enemy, fights with the enemy in an unknown territory, hostile territory. We don't know from where the enemy will land up and appear in front of us, and what he's going to do. What if he kills us? Are you not afraid of that? Fear is conquerable. Fear our mind can be trained to overcome any kind of fear. There is no fear in this world which cannot be overcome. That all comes from our strength, both physical and mental. Physically, we have to be tough, strong, so that we overcome any obstacles that comes in front of us. And mentally, we must be so robust that we do not get carried away. We do not get bogged down with small, simple, challenges or simple worries or simple obstacles. So physical fitness, mental robustness is part of the courage. If you have that, you have courage. And courage is not just bravery that just jump from 40 feet or 50 feet. No, but even in cinema, what you see, all the stunts which they do hundreds of rehearsals and they practice, and thereafter they use stunts using various tricks, and that is how they do that stunt. And in the army, we do it practically after training. We train day in and day out. We train individually, we train as a collective group, we collectively as a mass of, with our equipment, we go through various maneuvers. So that is how we overcome fear. So courage, that should be the first motto. Courage consisting of physical and mental capability with knowledge. So it is very important to have knowledge. Generally, what is happening around us, generally happening in the domain in which we are interested in, the domain in which we want to specialize and make a name and make an earning from that. So that is our knowledge. And then all this comes with PMA, positive mental attitude. We have to be very, very positive in thinking. We have to be very positive in our action. We have to be positive any time and every time. If we are not positive, then it doesn't mean that we will succeed. Yes, negative approach, the pessimism is always a path towards failure. So optimistic approach, positive approach is the one, is what helps a person achieve success, overcome fear. See, therefore, maintaining a positive mental attitude is very, very important, because as you think, so you speak, and as you speak, so you do, and your actions become your habits become your character, and character is your destiny. Success is a journey, and character is your destiny. So how you prepare yourself, how you build your character to go through this journey of success is in your hands. So remember these few words about values, and there are a couple of behavior anchors to inculcate these values and practice these values. What are those behavior anchors? That is discipline, maintaining and following a routine, punctuality, commitment, and loyalty and sincerity. So these are, a few anchors or behavior anchors. So discipline is very, very important. Discipline is everything. Discipline in everything, self-discipline. When somebody is observing or not, we are under supervision or not, we have to have that integrity that we do what is right. And that is why you will find most of the time the Indian Army winning. We are trained to be winners. That I'll come to that later. And usually for a winner, one is the positive mental attitude, and second thing is being truthful, honest, and sincere. So usually the worst possible behavior manifests in public places where there is anonymity, where people think that we are not being noticed. That is why you see various, traffic rule violations, discarding garbage, spitting, urinating. See, it reflects a lot of things. It shows the weak personality, poor personality, and low self-esteem, low self-respect, and also some kind of inferiority complex and some kind of carelessness, some kind of ignorance. So, unfortunately or fortunately, a percentage of this, remains within all classes of our society, and more so in the people who come from lower stratas of society. So as citizens, if we have any capability, we have to help them overcome this and then take them with us and then take them into the journey that we are following, so that the entire country marches towards progress and then achieves milestone success after success. So this is a very important thing. And apart from that, as young people and growing up citizens and leaders of tomorrow, please develop leadership qualities and be a good team spirit, have team spirit, and then be a good team player. And physical fitness and mental robustness is very important. So I was talking about routine. Get up at a reasonably early time in the morning, whatever is reasonable from your point of view, not much later after sunrise, much before sunrise or during sunrise, or little after sunrise, say latest by about 6:30 also. I agree that as students, as young working professional, the routine may not be allowing you to go to bed early and then wake up early, but have a reasonable number of hours of sleep, restful sleep. That is very important. And when you get up, make your bed, that start the day. First thing, pray to God that God, allow me to do what I want to do today, achieve all the goals that I have planned for today, and then help me being truthful and respectful and be successful. God bless me. And greet your elders, And it doesn't really, it is very good in case you are able to, in case you are with elders, especially parents, you will touch their feet and then seek their blessings. That is even better. So start the day with that. You have made up your mind that is the first task you have accomplished for the day. So accomplishment of task gives the kind of satisfaction, the confidence of conquering Himalayas. So accomplishment is the steps to the success. So you start the day like that. Thereafter, wash yourself, dress properly, look at yourself in the mirror. Am I looking smart? Am I presentable? This is how I'm going to be in front of the world, in front of everybody. So let me be cheerful, enthusiastic, put on a smile on me. Dress well, dress properly. Fashion, no fashion, brand, no brand, nothing matters. What matters is you have to look presentable, you have to look good, smart in what you're wearing, take pride in what you're wearing, and then it carries yourself. If you dress properly, if the dress is comfortable for you, and you are bearing your personality, reflect itself, with a smile on your face, with enthusiasm, and your strength, more mental robustness, you can conquer the world. So dress for yourself and not for others, not for for the sake of following fashion or trends. Decide what you want to wear and what you want to be. But there are some dress regulations in different places. Please pay respect. Don't ignore them or don't violate them, because the trend of violation or being a rebel is not really very good. That shows very low morale or no self-respect. All the students in various universities who come out on streets, various projects and all that, it is silly. Actually, they don't realize that they are wasting their precious time. On the other hand, if you focus on your well-being, if you focus on the studies for which you have gone to the institution to qualify in, or the work that you are required to carry out and follow the norms of the workplace, norms of the institution, you will come out with success in a better way. So discipline, routine, and punctuality, commitment and loyalty, be very, very careful. And then for any accomplishment, total involvement, total ownership is required. For that, you have to take up anything and everything with a passion. Passion into everything that you do, everything that you undertake. Do everything with passion. So without passion, you may be able to achieve success, but with passion, you work towards excellence. You strive towards excellence. It is not possible to achieve perfection. Let me be very clear, but you can definitely achieve excellence. So excel in what you do with passion. Then participate in all the cultural activities, social engagements, various gatherings. Be a sociable person. You need not be an extrovert. Nevertheless, be a sociable person. Be active in the society. Be a contributing member of the society. Develop a habit of reading. Reading is very, very important. See, you may say that I have my smartphone, I Google and I visit various websites and I have a lot of messages on Instagram, Facebook, and I get a lot of knowledge. Fair enough, but reading on the screen throughout the day and even before going to bed is not really very good for your health and eyesight and your mind. So at least, if possible, a newspaper, hard copy, or a book, a novel, or an essay, whatever, some book, some copy, some hard print in front of you, half an hour, 45 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, make reading a habit, and do that at least once a day before going to bed. Then last and finally, most importantly, spirituality. I want to connect you with the Indian soldier through spirituality. Every Indian soldier is spiritual, has a very high spirituality quotient. These days, SQ is also very, very important. Every soldier, comes from various backgrounds, various families, various religions. But when we are together, we have only one dharma, that is safeguarding the national interest and laying down the life for the country. So that is our dharma. Fighting is our dharma. Killing becomes our dharma in front of the enemy. Because if we don't kill, he will kill us. There is no runner-up in the battle, like in athletics, or in the competitions. Winner, runner-up. No, there is no runner-up in the war. Survivor is the winner. And survivor by killing or conquering this. So for that, every soldier connects with himself, with the supreme authority or the supreme power which controls the entire universe. In whichever form he or she identifies that. It can be a Hindu god or an idol, or it can be cross, it can be Jesus Christ, it can be anything. So that is why we have a common worship place called Sarva Shakti Dharmastha. So we assemble there, we celebrate, the festivals, various cultural activities, representing the region and the area from where they come from. So that is how we have that. And then every time we set out on a maneuver, on an exercise, or an important mission, we bow before the God or the supreme power and pray to them that, look, I am embarking on an important mission. My life is at stake. I am keeping my life at stake. Please help me win this. Please help me accomplish this. Let me be rightful. Let me be truthful in what I am doing. And let me be honest. And let me be brave and valor. So this is the prayer we offer. So this is the spirituality, and spirituality, it is very important to know how to achieve this mental balance or mental focus or mindfulness. It's very simple. Some people may term it as deep breathing exercise or meditation, or what you name it, and call it whatever you want. Just close your eyes, sit comfortably straight, sit on a chair, preferably don't stand or lie down, sit on a chair or a comfortable sitting position. Thereafter, keep your back straight, close your eyes, start breathing, deep breathing. Take deep breath, inhale and exhale. Do that a couple of times. Your mind starts going all over the place. It goes wanders. Let it go. Go wherever it wants to go. But don't open your eyes. Don't stop deep breathing. Continue. You will realize 30 seconds later, 45 seconds later, you're reaching a state of tranquility. You do that initially for a few seconds, thereafter a few minutes. Do it once a day, or whenever you feel tired, exhausted, whenever you feel you're stressed out, or you're tired and exhausted and you are worked up. So sit down and relax. This will give you a peace of mind. So this is how you can have mindfulness. So this is how you can sit back and focus on the task in hand, the goal and thereafter you can divert all invest all your energy into what you are supposed to achieve. So and then now another very important aspect of present day challenges. See, many people ask me, is our Indian army prepared to fight a war against Pakistan or China or whichever country comes to fight with us? I say no country will come to fight a war against us, because the warfare has changed now. You have seen Russia-Ukraine conflict that is going on. That is, we call it kinetic war. That is actual movement of men and equipment and all that. So that is losing its importance. Now these days, countries are depending on cyber warfare and information warfare. Cyber warfare is crippling and causing damage to the computer network, which is used for command, control, and communication network. So by doing that, we can cripple the entire country. Recently, there was an attempt to destabilize power grid, to destabilize power supply in certain cities. And similarly, various hackers hack into our network and then steal our data, use our data against us for their benefit. So this cyber warfare is picking up. Russia and China are in the forefront. Our Indian Army has also put together cyber yodhas, and they are working day and night to protect our cyber network, cyber system in the defense of India and also various public installations. And next is the information war. Therefore, when the country is in the threat of cyber war, what as common citizens we have to do is, whatever automated equipment that we are using, whether it is a smartphone, laptop, computer, desktop, or even various other gadgets for communication, we have to be very careful about our protection of data, conserving our data, and safeguarding our data, and also using the means and use also in what data that we are handling or we are transferring. So we have to be very careful about that. We have to maintain that data protections and data secrecy. And information warfare is, most of us, 90% of Indians we are emotional. A common man gets excited. A common man feels exhilarating joy and happiness. A common man gets excited, provoked, and starts, gets provoked and resort to violence. So this is one small weakness most of us have. Enemy countries are making use of this. That is why day in and day out, they use this to provoke and cause disturbance in the governance, in the peaceful living of the country, so that there is a damage to the public property, there is a damage to the governance, and the leadership and the governance fails, and there is public outcry, there is anarchy, and there is lawlessness, and there is some kind of disturbance, which the government will be crippled. If the government is not able to tackle that, or if the government uses some force, then there is another protest again that government is coming heavily on us, and it is very bad. So this is the effort that is put in by various countries. Some countries are doing it. Recently, there was an, all of you are very familiar with the news development. There was a raid by NIA, National Investigation Agency in Patna in Bihar, where a network was unearthed, where it was found that some people are working against with an agenda of by 2024, working towards doing something, against the country. And there was an arrest made in Batla House in New Delhi, where a student, engineering college student, was arrested, who was involved with ISIS and planning various other nefarious activities. Recently, a woman, Sri Lankan citizen, was arrested in Chennai, and she had come to India on a Sri Lankan passport some time back. Thereafter, she somehow overstayed the visa granted to her, and then managed to obtain a gas connection. And through gas connection, she got an Aadhaar card made. And through Aadhaar card, she got a voter ID made. And through voter ID, she also got a passport from India. And with that, she started activating various people who are connected with LTTE, which was, which you all know what happened in Sri Lanka some time back. So various people in various other states, in other countries, they got together and then they are planning something. So National Investigation Agency unearthed that, and then action is going on. Similar is the case with Punjab. There are a lot of people who have migrated to Canada and other countries who are separatists and then who want a Khalistan separate state for themselves, and they are also active. You must have seen recently Singhu border protest happened. It happened for months together. We thought that government did not take any action. Finally, Prime Minister Narendra Modi had to bow down and then withdraw the legislation. But actually, it was because of the interest of the nation. There were sinister plans, a total chaos, total breakdown of the entire administration, and lawlessness and total civil war would have erupted if they had taken any action. Now, what happened to those people? Where are those people? Where have they gone? From this, you can understand it was all stage managed. So a lot of interests are working against our country. So we have to be very careful. We have to be alert. We have to be vigilant. And we have to educate people to have basic civic sense, have cleanliness, have good, clear thoughts, positive thoughts. So as young leaders, please venture into that. Build yourself, build your character, and also help people who are not so well and more advanced or as empowered as you are. Help them join you and then take them along with the journey. So I wish you all a very, very happy and a very enjoyable and a safe journey of success. With this, I close my talk, and I wish you all a very happy journey and all the very best of luck. Thank you. Jai Hind. Yes. Sorry, before I close, one small word about that. I did not really mean to discuss all this with you people, most of you being students. What is happening is in some state governments, various state governments, where there's a gimmick going on that the state government doles out some freebies. See, unfortunately today in our country, most of the states have got into a debt trap. They have apart from deficit budget, they also have borrowed money from the center, from other sources, and they are into lakhs and crores of rupees worth of debt. So if this follows, what happens is all the people who are required to physically and mentally get involved in earning livelihood will forego that, will not do that, because they get attracted towards the freebies. And imagine a 10th standard pass or fail youth, young man, getting 1,000 rupees a month from the state government. How does it help? Yes, 1,000 rupees is a small, good, respectable amount of money per month. And for him, for doing nothing, if he keeps on getting 1,000 rupees, how his mind will be? His mind will be towards spending that 1,000 rupees. And after that 1,000 rupees is spent, he wants more. What will he do? He can't earn. So he will steal or he will borrow. So that is how, the money gets. But 1,000 rupees for a single youth is not too much. But collectively, when the government indulges in that kind of goodies for the entire state population in one form or the other. So imagine the strain on the exchequer. So that is why today we have wonderful network of roads and highways. Where has it come from? It has come from our hard-earned money, which we have paid through tax. And when we do citizens, we have to ensure that all these street hawkers, vegetables, fruit vendors and all who are sitting on the roadside selling something, forget them. They can't be forced to give you a receipt or a cash memo. Forget about that. But whenever you buy anything from a shop, ask for a printed receipt with their tax registration number printed. Because whatever profit he makes, but let him not make illegitimate profit from you and me. Let that money which he takes from us go apart from the income tax, we pay GST also. That GST, 18% of the GST should go to the government treasury. Out of that, 10% goes to the central government and 8% goes to the state government. Well, where will it go? It should not go into this freebies. It should be converted into our civic, our infrastructure, our civic amenities, our power sector. So all that, and then please remember, we are passing through a very difficult stage. We have to be extremely careful about our usage and savings of our resources, especially the energy part of it. And we should be very careful about the ecology and the nature. It is it has become very, very perishable and it is endangered. So we have to ensure that there is no pollution of any kind, especially now the government has banned plastic, but still unscrupulous agencies are still able to manufacture and sell various plastic objects. And we have to be less consume. Our consumption has to be limited to the bare necessities of life. The more luxuries and the more variety that we go for, it calls for. See, now our manufacturing industry has taken a backseat. Entire manufacturing industry, about 60% of that is outsourced to China. And China earns money from our country, takes it to their country, and thereafter it uses it against our country. Similarly, various other firms, they collect money and it gets funded to various other activities, terrorism and various other things like ISIS. And so we, as an honest taxpayer, as an honest citizen, we have to be aware of all that. Let us not forget that our ancestors laid down their life to get us freedom, and our elders made a lot of compromise and sacrifice for the progress of the country, and we are enjoying the fruits of that. And we have to leave behind a legacy for the generations to come. And for you people who are in your 20s and then going ahead, you have 40 to 50 productive years minimum. You have the best of your talent, best of your energies to work together for the benefit of the country, for the building of the nation. Please go ahead and, if possible, remember this and then convert it into action in your life. Thank you so much. Once again, Jai Hind.
Honorable Chief Guest Major R.D. Bhargava Sir, Chairperson Sri Rajappa Sir, respected Principals Sri Kumarappa GL Sir, Vice Principal Sri Venkatesh Sir, I'm thanking you, sir. Thank you so much for sharing this beloved information. And I'm proud. I'm feeling proud to purpose this vote of thanks on behalf of Pinnacle Institute of Management and Science. We all are grateful to all our freedom fighters who sacrificed everything for this independence of our country. We are here grateful to our chief guest, sir, to give his valuable time for us and sharing his thoughts with us. We are thankful to you, sir, very much. Next, we would express to our deep sense of thankfulness to our chairperson, principal, teachers, and non-teaching staff for initiative in arranging this program. And we gain lots of information through this program. Further, we would like to thank our students for presenting a sense of patience and joining this meeting. Once again, thank you, everyone.
Okay, right. So, may I request, Major Sir, that one of the participant is requesting or asking to repeat the timings for hoisting the flag and removing the flag. They're just wanting the timings.
Okay, it is just after sunrise. So morning, generally these days sunrise happens around 6:20, between 6:20 and 6:40 or so. So probably by 6:45 we can hoist the flag, and the sunset happens by about, again, around 6:30, 6:20, 6:30. You can see, you don't have to go for the timing strictly. Around before 7 o'clock in the morning, hoist the flag, and de-hoist the flag around say 6 o'clock, between 6 and 6:15.
Right, sir. Thank you. And one more participant is asked that what about people, buying Chinese products, especially the phones market that they have, dominating, especially the people who buy in this Redmi, Xiaomi, Oppo, Vivo, all these kind of phones, OnePlus and all that. So any piece of advice for people who is buying in the Chinese products, sir? Do we have an alternative? Is there anything that a government?
Definitely. Yes, Muthukumar, it's a very good question. In fact, see, there are two things we have to consider. One is our budget. So if our budget allows, we can buy iPhones, the best in the market. And if we are very keen on buying an foreign phone or imported foreign manufactured phone, Samsung is a trustable brand. So between iPhone and Samsung, whichever is affordable, that is the first choice. And the second choice is there are Indian companies also which are manufacturing smartphones in India. Muthu, you yourself had used Indian-made smartphone.
Correct,
do you remember?
Correct, sir. Yes. Micromax and Lava, those days when it started, just to, yeah. Now, I think the government also announced that, not announced, maybe they're thinking on, for budget phones, to stop 12,000 and below phones should be stopped is what they're thinking, is what I understand. Is it correct, sir? I don't know.
Yes.
The Chinese
you're right.
You're
absolutely right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
In fact, we have to stop buying not only smartphones manufactured by Chinese companies, anything. Unfortunate that 90% of the things we see in the market have Chinese origin. So slowly we have to overcome that.
Absolutely.
Because Chinese, they may be, actually they are not really worth buying because they are not durable. Chinese copy everything. They do reverse engineering and then find a substitute for something which is precious, expensive, and valuable. For that, they make a cheap substitute. And along with that, apart from various of commodities of utility, they also dump many things which are not really required in our lifestyle. So that is what you find on the roadside market, in the shops. There are a lot of items which have come from China, which have no relevance or no significance, meaningful use or utility in our life. So we can identify those things and then stop buying that. Once we stop buying that, there will be no demand, and the people who flock and then they sell them, they will automatically stop that. See, come Diwali, various, the lanterns, we hang in the during Diwali. Those are Chinese products.
Right. Right.
Similarly, now Independence Day, now there is a ban on plastic items. Otherwise, till recently, you could see on the roadside small children, waving, plastic straw, which people use for drinking soft drinks or coconut water. That
Correct.
straw, on that there is a plastic flag, and after some time, it is thrown on the roadside in the gutter. So
Right.
that is one example of Chinese product. So
Right.
that kind of products, there are n number of products. So we have to identify them and then consciously stop using them and
Right.
stop a demand for them. So our hawkers or our suppliers who get them from China for a good bargain and make a big profit margin here
Right.
should be stopped.
Right, sir. Like you said, there is a Samsung phone who's come in with budget phones also. Now even Apple is thinking of starting a budget phones. So obviously it's a good substitute for the Chinese phones. One. Second, sir, I remember a few years before you were talking about buying Indian-made products and all. When I went and discussed that with my mom, whenever we go for shopping, she first asks, is it China-made or made in India? Then she looks for it. So you've inspired a lot of thoughts like this before. Thank you for bringing the topic today, because it's important that especially college students and the people in the college start thinking on those lines and start making India a better country. So thank you, sir. Thank you for bringing these many important points. Right. Any other questions that our folks has got? Any questions? You can leave it in the chat box, or you can unmute yourself and ask. Let me quickly go through the chat box and find out if there is. Okay. Okay. My system is hanged. Just a moment, technical glitch. Okay. All right. Okay, there are no questions, no questions in YouTube and no questions in Zoom too, which means you are very, very clear and people have understood that, sir. Thank you so much, sir. I personally wanted to thank you because I have learned a lot from you, sir. Especially I happen to work with you in the fold times where I got so many times scoldings from you, which I really treasure those, because because of those today I am able to make some kind of mark in wherever I go, and people recognize me because of the qualities and guidance that you gave me those days. That I try and implement in today's corporates and wherever I go in. So a lot of things that I've learned personally from you. I really mean it from the bottom of my heart, for guiding me through, for hand-holding me through, not just in the professional front, even in the personal front. You've been an amazing guiding light. What a day today, especially on the Amrit Mahotsav topic, and who else can speak on this topic better than you, sir? What a wonderful session. Thank you so much for being with us here in Disciples, and for personally being in as a guide for me, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you, sir. All right, let us quickly go through. There is a link that we have shared in the chat window. We can go through that. You can click on that link and you can fill in those feedback form so that we can send you the participation certificate, especially on this good topic, and especially from Major Sir. So you can click on the link and fill the feedback form so that you get your certificates for participating today. All right. So may I now request all of you to stand up for a national anthem. As a process, we follow this. You can, probably close the video and stand up for the national anthem while we play this for you. All right. Thank you.
जन गण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता
पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल गंगा
विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधितरंगा तब शुभ नामे जागे तब शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तब जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय
जय हे जय जय
बोलो भारत माता की
जय
जय। भारत माता की
जय
भारत माता की
जय
जय
जय हिंद।
Jai Hind, sir. All right. So for those of you who wants to connect with this, you can write to us on dillearningforum@gmail.com or also visit us at disciplesindia.in. Meanwhile, for those of you who wants to, probably want a picture of whatever that we've done, so that will be uploaded in Facebook in the name of Disciples India Group. You can click like, share, and connect with us on Facebook too. If you wanted to be a member of Disciples India Group, you can reach out to Dr. Sandhya, you can reach out to me, or Mr. Parthos, or Mr. Satish, or Mr. Shiv Prasad, or Akhilesh. Any of us you can reach out. We will be able to help you in connecting with the Disciples India. Thank you so much. I will leave the screen for next 10 seconds so that if you want, you can make a note of the number or take a screenshot of this, and you can reach out to us. Once again, I take this opportunity to thank Major Sir for being here and giving a wonderful information tips on being a better human in the country. And thank you all for participating here. Thank you, Pinnacle Institution. Thank you, everyone. I will leave this for 10 seconds more. Thank you. Major sir. Major. Oops. Oh, please.